This way.
Must be different. Starting Hogwarts in your 5th.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up. Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
Revelio.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the Hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Although, unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended, and we'll see if we can't get you to...
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our later...
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being
Yeah, we don't? Good. Now, as capable as you are, happily, you have the benefit of an Speaking of guides, and so that why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to...
This will be incredibly helpful.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. I shall reach out when I... For now, focus on your classes.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso! Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity. especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso.
Well done! Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy. What are you doing up there?
You're good.
How perceptive. Thank you. Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Good form.
I know.
Complicates things.
Levioso.
Class, I hope you were paying attention. That is how you cast Levioso.
First duel.
I do enjoy a lively duel.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must. A classroom duel is one thing.
Understood, Professor.
So, again, well done today. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Classes.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that. It was certainly good
Practice? Felt more like didn't expect a new student to be. Then again.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh. Fair enough. You know,
Exclusive and unsanctioned.
excellent. Knew I would. If you want to get the most, you just have to be clever.
Thank you, Sebastian.
Good. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today... Look for Lucan Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. Till next time.
You drilled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Here! Behind you! There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio! That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, but instead of throwing... Very good! Happens to the best of us. That's it! Stay focused. Excellent control. Don't lose your composure. Very good. Points to Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport. Miss Onai, would you care? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
There we go. not making this easy for me, are you?
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp.
Splendid!
Watch this. That is how it's done.
Happens to the best of us.
Here we go!
There we go. I know everyone is watching. Try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go. Took me weeks to become. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my mother received an offer to teach. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and...
This may seem an odd question, but...
mostly, yes. But I...
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. I find wandless magic to be much more I must admit, however, that I am growing quite
It's nice to learn about another wizard.
Thank you for asking. I think Professor Ronan wants... Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio.
A word, if you would.
If you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise. You know it won't work on humans.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did.
Well, now...
What charm is there? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often...
Of course, Professor.
Miss Onai is always a... Now, Professor, expect to hear from me...
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello.
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to... Hope your first day's going well.
Thank you, but it really wasn't.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust... Well, better see to my charms.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsaio?
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard. And
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's... No time to waste.
Lumos.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new...
Indeed I do. Fixes things right up.
That seems as if...
More frequent. As Professor, a number of your... I have arranged some...
I'll start on the task right... This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Got it. Flying page must be around here somewhere. Brilliant!
I trust the preliminary task.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. Let us give you... Remember to be deliberate in your...
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
The peril.
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?